Since you were at the 2012 Olympics and the 2016 Olympics, what was your training regimen like? Was it the same for both Olympics leading up to it, or was it different because you already had the experience from 2012 and you were kind of like older and more mature?
It was definitely different, especially towards like the last few months of my career leading up to the Olympics. I was like super efficient. Like I would normally have like 2 sessions a day, and I would finish everything in like 1 session and just be like, I'm out. At that point is because of what you said, you know, like I was older, I was more mature, I just like knew how to make the corrections quicker and more efficiently, and that's why it was easier in a way. It was harder in the sense that like I had a lot of expectations on me, especially before the whole like trial process, you know, and then I was the alternate for the Olympics. The second year, when John hurt himself, unfortunately, they picked me to be on the team. It was like a weight lifted off, but at the same time, it was like kind of scary because I was like, ooh, I really got to perform now. You know what I mean? And then when I was like in 2012, I was just like kid in the candy store. I was like, whoa, I'm at the Olympics. I was way happier in the second Olympics too, just because I think I knew that I was going to retire. I knew
kind of like give it your all and then you're done.
Exactly. What was scary though about 2016 is that I've always had like back issues and stuff like that, and like 3 times in my career, that was the 3rd time, my back like spazzed out to the point where like I couldn't like move. Yeah, it was bad. Like
how many months out were the Olympics when your back spazzed? Was it at the Olympics?
It was at the Olympics.
Oh, so you were there struggling.
Yeah, I was at the Olympics, and it was like a few days before podium training. I just was like reaching down, and when I like went to go stand up, it was like I was like, oh no. I had to do like acupuncture and stuff. I like stopped training completely for like 3 days.
Wow.
Because of that, I didn't do all around.
So when your back spazzed, what was your mindset during that?
Because you were there.
Feel like, yeah, you were there, and I feel like what person could just go into panic mode?
I mean, it was terrifying for sure. It's like you're at that point where it's like, all right, am I like done? Because I really like couldn't move. Like I wasn't comfortable sitting, I wasn't comfortable standing. Like I was only comfortable if I was like laying down with my feet like up on the wall.
Wow.
And I was talking to Julie on FaceTime. I remember this like very vividly, one of the days. And like, I wasn't crying because I was having a breakdown or I was like sad. I was crying because the pain was so intense, and it's just like tears were coming out of my eyes as I was talking to her.
Wow.
And she's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm just in a lot of pain right now. The amount of resilience that I had to have, just being like, oh, I'm an alternate, I'm still gonna compete, and I had to like keep training and keep it up.
Right.
I was already there, like even if my back was gonna break, I wasn't gonna stop, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what was a day in the life of an Olympic Danell Leyva look like?
Man, it was like very, very routine. Every day I wake up at 7:15, make myself breakfast, shower, shave, all that stuff.
All the necessities.
Then I would get to the gym by like 9 or like a little bit before 9, warm up, get the assignment for the day, do my events. I would always start on high bar just because my coach always wanted me to do high bar P-bars first in the day. And like doing P-bars first early in the morning is like really, really hard because like your grip isn't awake yet.
Right.
And high bar to me was like easier in that sense because I didn't have to worry about it, and it made me super warm for every other event. I think I had to go to Palm Horse, and then I had to go to P-bar, and then I do the thing, and whatever, conditioning, blah, blah, blah. I'd go to lunch, exact like same 3 spots. It was like Chipotle, Tropical Cafe, and like some other place called like Chicken Kitchen. Out of the 5 of us on the Olympic team, I was the only one who didn't have like a super strict like eating schedule. Nobody gave it to them. They just decided that they were gonna eat super this way and that. But like I was
like whatever works for you.
Yeah, I was like, nah, fam, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. I'm just gonna eat it in moderation or whatever.
Yeah, that's smart.
Go to lunch and for like an hour and a half, then come back, do the second half of training, which was normally like cleaning and stuff like that. And then I would go home and literally just chill out for the rest of the day. Wednesdays I would be half day, Saturdays I would have half day, and then Sundays I would go in for like an hour or 2 on my own just to like keep my body active. Because I noticed that like that kind of lull for me from like Saturday to Monday, like my body, it would take like so much longer for me to like get it back to where it was. And then I realized that like if I just kept it active doing something, Monday would be like just
a breeze.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
it's important that
yeah.
you learn that though, because it's like you have to learn what works for you.
Exactly.
And that works for you. A day off is like, well, it was a day off, but at least you're like still.
It was an
doing
active day.
stuff.
And honestly, it was like really peaceful because it was like, there was no one else at the gym. I wasn't doing anything hard. I was literally doing like giants. I was doing like punch runs. I would like go through like mental routines.
Are you a visualizer?
Exactly. Yeah, all the time. You know, like everybody has their like superstitions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I had so many. It was really bad, man, because like for a while, it like messed me up. It like made me compete poorly because like I would rely so heavily on it.
Oh, and your superstitions?
And it would like, when I wouldn't have it exactly how it was, it would like make me think that, oh, I'm gonna do bad. And obviously I would, because if you're thinking that.
So it's gonna happen. You said you have a lot?
Yeah.
I used to have so many.
What are they?
But like for a while, it was like I had to have the chalk bucket in one exact spot. And it was so bad. It was so bad. And only in retrospect, I'm like, you're an idiot. One time I went to this World Cup in France, and I kept putting the chalk bucket in one spot, and some dude
kept moving
it because that's where everybody was. And I was like, why is he moving the chalk bucket?
I could just imagine.
I know, yeah.
I was so angry.
Hey.
I was so angry. No, I was an asshole.
Can we go over here? No?
No.
I know there's a lot of talk about post-Olympic depression in the sport.
Yeah.
And I want to know if you went through something like that, and how was the transition coming after the Olympics? Because you retired pretty much right after.
Literally, like in the air, I was like, and retire. Transition is hard, man. Transition is real hard. And it wasn't hard until like, honestly, like 2018.
Really? 2 years later?
Yeah, because I mean, I knew that I was retired. I had just moved across the country, which was something that I needed. I just started studying acting and all that stuff. Just doing all of the things that I wanted to be doing. So I was like, you know, cloud nine. But in 2018, money started running out. Didn't have a job because I was like, I don't need a job. You need a job. And I had just gotten like hired to be a part of this like new commercial campaign for some high-rise buildings in Miami. And I was like, awesome. I was gonna be working for a week. It was gonna be paying me like a decent amount of money, and I was like, this is gonna be great. Like, this is gonna work out perfectly for whatever. And like a week before I was supposed to leave, they called me up and they were like, we're not doing it, everything's canceled. Bye. Just like that. And so from there, like straight up depression, like everything was like real bad. I couldn't do the things that I was like super motivated and excited to do for like a long time. And yeah, dude, the transition is hard. Right now, actually, I'm going to this like group. It's called MVP, which is emerging vets and players, like military veterans and like former athletes. And like once a week, we'll meet up on Wednesday nights, and they do like a little like workout, like 45 minutes, which is like really dope. You know, it's like some fight training, some like other stuff. And then for like whatever the rest of the night, basically, we'll just sit around in a big circle and have a giant group therapy session. And it's fantastic.
That's amazing. I was just about to ask you what got you out of your
Julie.
mindset.
Julie's my girlfriend. She was actually their teammate for a while. She is the best person in the whole world that you could ever meet. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased and she's my girlfriend, which I mean,
I can attest to that. I agree.
But also,
she's so I was gonna say motherlingly.
That's not
She's so motherly.
For the past few months, I've been like going to therapy on my own. Just because I actually started going because I was like, I feel good. I should go to therapy. Because, you know, because then like you kind of make it a habit so that whenever you like feel like garbage, it's still a habit for you to go every week or whatever. And it's been really great. If you can't afford therapy, which is another very real thing, just find somebody to talk to. You know, there's always going to be somebody to talk to. There's always going to be videos that you can watch or whatever. You know what I mean? Like anything. And don't be afraid to reach out because there's a lot more people that are dealing with the thing that you're dealing with than you realize.